Today is gonna be a video pretty chill. Today I will answer to all your questions. You asked me some stuff on Twitter and Instagram, so we will answer to all that today. And of course I will give some news about the course because a lot of people ask me, which is a good thing because it means that people are interesting. So we're gonna answer to all this now. No more Twitch live stream. Yes, I decided to stop the live stream on Twitch because I don't have time to focus on everything. We are just 4 at the studio and we are creating websites for clients, and I'm working on the course, and also we create content on YouTube. So I decided that I couldn't focus on live stream, which actually I really love because it allowed me to interact directly with you, which is super cool. And I did like 3 times and I really love it. But it's too much energy, and the YouTube channel is growing well and I want to focus on this. So I will focus on the YouTube channel, creating video weekly. And why not create live on YouTube? Because also now on YouTube you can live stream. So maybe it will be an opportunity to try this and design one stuff with you, or just build a page with you. I think it's something will come in the future. So live stream on Twitch, it's over, but on YouTube, it's coming. A bit late, but as apparently Adobe XD will not longer be supported on macOS, are you thinking about moving to Figma? And what do you and your team think about this? Let's be honest, I'm pretty sad because I love Adobe XD. For me, it's a simple tool, really powerful and super fluid. I try Figma and I use Figma, but for me, I'm more comfy in Adobe XD. So yeah, I'm sad because I will need to move to Figma. But it's also a good thing because it's like Webflow or Adobe XD or Figma or any tools. They are just tools, and of course they are important in our life. But for me, what's the most important is the idea, the creativity, and what you propose to the client. And finally, it doesn't matter the tools that I'm working on, Adobe XD or Figma. The result will be the same for the client and for people who are watching the website or using the website. So I will come back in Figma and yeah, we'll change nothing, but yeah, I love Adobe XD. So see ya, Adobe XD. Tips on getting a client that wants creative design and development. My advice is pretty simple. If you want a certain type of client, you need to propose him what you want. For example, is what we did with Rose Island. We wanted to create a project where we use 3GS and there is a cool experience when you scroll and using a 3D. And I wanted to do this for show to clients that I can do this kind of work. This was a personal project, and actually it bring me a lot of things because I invest my personal time, but finally get me a lot of clients because I show what I can do and what I can propose to them. Because a client always come to see you and say, hey, I love what you did for this client and I would like something like this. I think the goal of course is not to do the same, but clients always give you a reference of what you did. So actually, just work on something super creative that it's in design or development, and you will attract clients who want this kind of work, because if you show this, client will want this. What is your process for site content when working with clients? I don't know if in this question you talk about copywriting or the content, like the structure of the website, like the architecture. So I will try to answer in my way. I always do a strategy session, which is more just a talk, a conversation with the client to know more about him, about his goal, about what he wants to do, the tone he wants to give to his brand, to talk about the user, to talk about everything, to get a lot of data about his brand and what they want to do for this new design. And with this session, I will know, okay, do we need copywriting, or do we jump directly to design the website, or do we need a brand designer? But yeah, generally it starts by copywriting, because copywriting, it's important to give a structure to the websites and to give some ideas about the UX of the website. And even if it's not the final copywriting, just for give an idea of, okay, what's gonna be the structure of the website. Like that in the design phase, I already have some words and text to play with, because it's super hard to start from scratch, you know. So once I have this beginning of copywriting, I can play to design and to structure the page. And once I finish, I always ask to the copywriter to check again and add the final copywriting to fit with my design. And because my design fit also with the first idea of the copywriting, it's like a good mix between the copywriting and the design, plus the branding, of course. So the three make a strong brand, so that's why it's working well. Any update on design and build a website the simple way course release date? This is supposed to be available in September, right? Exactly. The course should be available in September. You're right. But yeah, it take me more time to create the course, because actually I'm dealing with client work, the studio, so it take me time to build this course. I finished the design part, so now I'm gonna build on Webflow and record it. So actually it's moving, so that's super cool. I'm really excited to launch this course, because a lot of people are waiting it. So I mean, which is amazing, and I'm really excited to share this adventure with you, and we talk about it, and you share me your progress. And I mean, it's gonna be super cool, but I want to do the things well, even if the price is pretty reasonable. Like I think it will be $100. But I want to do the things well, and it will be out for end of the year. And my goal is that at the end of the year the course is out, like that I don't give to myself a pressure, and I do the things well, giving you the management part, the design part, and the Webflow development part, like that you are able to create a project from A to Z. That's really my goal. And once the formation is out, it's gonna be pretty excited. And I have other things for you, but first I need to release this, and I will explain you what is going on next. So be patient, and thanks a lot for all your message of support, because actually it brings me a lot of force to know that people want the course. So keep sending message like, hey, we want the course, send it, and that's super cool. Easy ways to make design that stand out. Actually, I noticed that for create a design that stand out and something unique that people see and keep in mind, for me, you need to work on the 3 pillars, which is copywriting, branding. I mean, actually, there is 4 pillars. There is copywriting, branding, UX and UI design, and the imagery. And all these pillars make a brand really strong. And if the brand is strong, after you have all the assets to play with on your design. So this is super important. And all what you see on awards, where you see all this beautiful design that people keep in mind, you know, it's just not for win an award, or it's just not for fame. It's just because it's something unique that people keep in mind. And this is something super important, because people think about conversion like in terms of metrics, but it's about also emotional conversion. So this is super important. But if your branding is weak, or your copywriting, the tone you give with the words is weak, you will miss it when you design the website. Or if the words are weak, you don't have any material to play with. So this is super important for me. So to have a design will stand out, you first need a good base: branding, copywriting, and of course good imagery, like or photography, or 3D, or good illustration. Because if you don't have assets to play with, you can't create any good layout if you don't have assets. That's pretty simple. Which platform is best to start freelancing? Also, where we can find website design job. I'm maybe not the best for find this question. If in terms of platform you talk about social network, I can maybe help you. But if you talk about platform like Upwork or Fiverr, I'm not a really big fan of this platform because I don't think it will help you to stand out, and it's just jobs for get money and live, which is already super cool, but I don't think it's this kind of job will help you to build a career. So I will say that the best platform for me is Twitter and LinkedIn, because in Twitter you talk to designer and in LinkedIn you talk to clients. So these two platforms work well together. Clients don't go on Twitter, and designers don't like a lot LinkedIn. So, and for me, I see LinkedIn and Twitter like a platform, like could be Dribble or Behance, but in my way it doesn't work Dribble or Behance because there is so many people. It's so messy, and I didn't find any job in Dribble or Behance, so I totally give up this platform. The most important is to share your work on this platform and to show, okay, this is what I'm doing, the way I'm working, why I choose this artistic direction, and explaining to people the way you work. I think for me, this helped to have clients, because when people understand the way you work, it attracts people. They say, okay, this guy really knows his job and he knows what to do, so I think he's the right guy for me. So I think, LinkedIn and Twitter are the good platform for this, and to connect with people, that is client or designers. What is your process for creating creative website prototype with real artistic direction without forgetting customers' needs and content of the sites? Like I was saying, is first to really understand your clients. Don't jump into design and directly. I always do a strategy session with the client, or even more. But strategy session, it's a board where you just have a conversation with your client. Talk about him, the product, the user, about his life, about what his goal, what he want to bring to the brand, just have a conversation to really have everything in your mind, and this will guide you directly in the right way to design what the client really needs and not what he want, because he maybe wants something but it may be not what he need. So that's why it's important to listen to him, and like that you will have the capacities to know what he really wants. So this is super important, and having this talk with the client is super important, because it will of course help you to don't forget what the users need. And this is super important because of course in the website we need to create something, to create a story, to create a mood, and to feel the brand, but also we need to bring people where they need to go, so this is super important. So this strategy session, it's always super important, and once you have all the information you can jump into design. But before jumping to design, I also like to do a mood board, check things that I love, things that make me think to the client, and like that have a lot of data, a mix of the mood board, mix of the talk with the clients, some assets from the branding, some imagery that the clients have or we need to produce, the copywriting. It's like finally a web designer for me is receiving a lot of things: copywriting, imagery, maybe typography if it's already choose, all the information from the strategy session. And all this after you just need to mix and bring it to life in the design. So for me this is super important. And generally I start from a main idea. It's for example from Rose Iceland. The idea was to show the platform, because the platform is the base of the story, but it's also a masterpiece of architecture because it's a handmade platform. So this is the key of the website, is to show the platform, to show what it was, and to talk about architecture. Once I have this main idea, I just build the page in function of this main idea. Was like, okay, I have this I want to tell the story of this platform. So now I show the platform, I show what's happening in 3D, we scroll, and after we arrive to the story of this platform. It's like you always need to give a story, but even if it's not something so catchy like an incredible story like this, what do you like to do the most about your work? Working on new concept, designing, development, getting paid, having fame and rewards, working for yourself, Spain. What I like to do the most in my work, it's of course money. I'm just live for money. No, of course, no, it's a joke. Actually, if you are a designer or developer, I mean, yeah, of course you earn some money, but you are also working a lot. I mean, in my case, I don't know other people, so I don't know if it's worth it, but yeah, I love my work. I'm passionate about design since I'm a kid, and I always love to design and stuff. So my favorite thing is design, even before build on Webflow, for example, because for me, Webflow is just an incredible tool, but it helped me to bring life the design I created. So for me, it's an incredible tool, but I really love design. And for me, this is the key. This is the key of the project, the design, the concept, the idea. Webflow is great, but it's a tool. And for example, that's why you can be a developer, or you can work on Elementor or Framer. It's just a tool. The idea for me is more important. So yeah, what I love the most is designing. That's why I'm passionate for, and that's why I can go to sleep late and I don't care, because I love design, and yeah, working on new concept is pretty cool. For example, when we work on Rose Island with Mael, was a personal project. We said, okay, let's work on this together and see till where we can go, if we can success to do this 3D platform in 3GS, implementing in Webflow, and see what's happening. And was super cool, and we are super proud of the results. And yeah, just because we are passionate and we do this as a side project, we have fun, and I don't have the feeling to work, I have the feeling to have fun every day designing stuff. I mean, that's why it's important to choose well the clients also. And fame and rewards, I don't think I'm famous, so not for this for the moment, but I mean, it's always cool that people recognize your work. That's why the rewards are nice, like when you receive an award or something like this. It's always nice that people appreciate your work and all the energy you spend on. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's not the main reason. The main reason of getting an award is to get just better clients, who really want to level up their designs. For me, this is the most important. Working for yourself, yeah, I love working for myself. It allows me to manage the time like I want, to do what I want, to work with people I want, and to live where I want. So this is super cool, and I will change for nothing. I don't want to work for no one except for client. The client I'm working with are nice, so it's cool. And Spain, yeah, I love to live in Spain. I like to come back to France, and if it was just me, I will live in Australia, but you need visa and stuff, so it's complicated. But yeah, I like Spain. It's pretty cool, and the life is pretty chill there. What are your shortcuts on Webflow native interaction, animations, any tips and tricks for a faster workflow? I actually don't have any shortcut. I'm super bad with this, but I think I'm building pretty fast even without shortcut, but that's true that I'm not using any shortcut. Maybe something I need to improve. Maybe the only shortcut that I can have is in animation, when I'm using the curve to animate the things, is I'm always using in-out quart in easing, but mostly. But yeah, I think it will be my only shortcut, if not No shortcut, sorry. What's your background in the creative world? I did a art school in Normandy, in France. I studied there graphic design, and once I've been graduated, I decided to launch my own company with my friends, which didn't work out because we didn't know how to find client, and we were also not good enough. So after that, I decided to move to Paris, and I was working in a production company there. We were creating motion design, intro, outro. Meanwhile, I was also working as a freelance for some companies, mostly graphic design and motion design. And I was starting also to study web design by myself and to try to do stuff, and because it's something that I was not more aligned with the advertising industry, so I prefer to create a website. So step by step, as a freelance, I move on this way, and after that I traveled to Australia, working there as a freelance for a digital agency in Brisbane. And keep working with some client in France in motion design. But yeah, I was like surviving, let's say, because I was not earning a lot. But yeah, it was cool because I was traveling. After we traveled to Asia with Ballerine, and yeah, there I was not working a lot because I was traveling, discovering, so it was pretty cool. But I was still improving my skills as a web designer and learning stuff, shaping my eye. So this was super important. Once we back to Europe, totally broke because we spent all the money that we have during the travel. I decided to come back in one agency, which I didn't like, but I needed money, and I worked there at Publicis, one of the biggest agency in the world, I guess. And I was working for Lancôme, the fragrance. And was interesting because you learn how works big agency like this, but doesn't fit for me because I didn't like to be in the group. I like to create my own decision, to do my own things, and yeah, I didn't like to answer to orders and to need to deliver things when super fast and not good quality. I mean, was interesting because you also work how to design a big website like Lancôme. So this is also interesting. You need to also take the good things of this experience. And meanwhile, I was still improving my skills as a web designer and also learning Webflow. And after that, I said, okay, I think I have all the baggage to be by myself because I had the design skills and the development skills with Webflow. So I said, okay, I quit Lancôme, which I really didn't make me feel happy, and I tried to live by myself and find clients. And at the beginning was difficult, and after, when I start to show what I was doing and bringing to life some website that I created, it started to bring clients and people start to know me, and I create a YouTube channel also to explain my work. And finally, step by step, clients come and people come, and here we are, and getting more cool project and meeting a lot of cool people. So that's my background. Since when you have started freelancing on Webflow? So yeah, I started freelancing on Webflow was 3 years ago, and yeah, since that it really changed my life because I could bring to life the website I create. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, since this, I try to improve step by step some skills that I didn't have because I didn't have any background of developer. I mean, Webflow for me was pretty easy to learn because yeah, when you know motion design, and it's fast. For me, it's pretty easy to do animation. But yeah, I miss all this custom code side that I didn't understand nothing at the beginning. I even didn't know how to write any line of code. So this was the most difficult, but It's still difficult sometimes, but it's something that you improve. You can be perfect in everything. Do you have some tips, things you do to keep your creativity at your best? I think the most important is to shape your eyes. Every day I'm checking website that I like on awards, on Maxi Best Stuff, on brand identity. I mean, not just website, like things that I like in branding, in photography, in architecture, in books. I have tons of books in my home. These kind of small books give you a lot of ideas and inspiration. Yeah, I think it's the most important to shape your eyes. And also what I like to do is to try to analyze websites. When there is a website that I like to understand, okay, why choose this font? Why the layout is like this? Why is choose this kind of imagery? Why they use the 3D there? Why they use this animation? And it's like doing this retro engineering work make you understand, okay, it is not just magic or just not a talent like this. It just, okay, there is choice that be made for a reason to tell a story. And when you understand this story and this choice, he help you to create your own story and your own choice. So this is super important. And to sleep well. So that's it. I answered to all the questions. Let me know if you have more in the comment, and I will answer in the comments, or for the next FAQ, but I will not do every week, so I will probably answer in the comment. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you didn't do yet, and we see us on the next video.